Oh, hello. Welcome to episode 7 of FringeTV. I'm James Warfield. Today we get a drink at Bryan's bar, we crown the champions of marketing, and we sneak backstage at some shows at the Hollywood Fringe. But first, let's check in with those troublemakers in the intern break room.
We are so lucky to be here. Stacy is so sweet, and James is very handsome. I would chat more, but I am too eager to get back to work. We've done what we needed to do.
Gosh, thanks, Vicky. Seems as though that you've made some positive life changes and choices. I'm proud of you. Next up, we reveal the sensitive transition from character to actor in a special segment that we call Backstage with FringeTV.
Oh. That's my limit for talking for the day, I think.
Oh man, it's such a high. It is. It's like the best high you can get, just having a crowd.
Do you have any questions or anything? How's this work?
I know it's weird, isn't it?
It's
so
weird.
I don't know what to do, and I feel like
You guys are doing great.
You're rattled.
Exhausted.
But you're rattled. That was good, though.
Yeah.
I always feel very energized, very great. Well, I drink a lot of coffee, like a lot of coffee I drink. A little hot and sweaty after all that running around.
How'd you feel about tonight?
I don't know. It's like still happening. Good, great audience, really wonderful audience. I think I heard someone scream, "Oh my God!" at the very end, so that's always great.
So what's it like to relive that fear? I don't know.
Miserable.
Yeah.
But it carries to the audience, so that's good. They can suffer for the audience. That's what we're doing. That's what we do this for.
I know it sounds corny, but it really is an exchange of the energy, you know. People just feeling good about the message you give to them, and it's nice. It's really great.
It's such a beast, the Fringe, doing so much work and then having so much time in between that it really is new every time, and just kind of getting our pace and finding it with each audience is really exciting.
Besides talking to the film crew after your show, what's the very first thing you want to do?
I want to have that cigarette that he stopped me from having in the first scene.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Great, let's go have it.
It's different every night. Depends on the audience, depends on their reactions, depends on who's sitting in the front row, if I know them, if I'm comfortable. A lot of it's improv. When am I using the mic? When am I going to her? Well, some things are staged, obviously. We have parameters of who we are and what we should be doing and how we move.
I'm glad this isn't smell-o-vision because I'm reeking in my own stench, let me tell you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
We gotta pack up.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks. Yay, Fringe!
Now what do I need? I need a good 2 hours before I can put myself to sleep.
Thank you so much to those very talented performers for sharing those private moments. I'm feeling a little stressed out from invading their personal space. How about you? Well, I know the cure to all your ails. It's at Bryan's bar.
One of the biggest parts of my job is to run Bryan's bar, make sure everything goes smoothly. Bryan's bar, obviously named after our friend Bryan, who's no longer with us. Bryan encapsulated the spirit of Fringe, and so we decided to name the bar after him. What happens at Bryan's bar? Well, in general, people come up to the bar, they order a drink, and our bartenders mix the drink. It's pretty much as simple as that.
I am drinking a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. It is delicious, cold and refreshing.
Shows can sponsor drinks. Real Housekeepers of Studio City, they're sponsoring Consuela's Lemon Pledge for Exorcistic. We had a lovely lime green Midori sour. It's a great place for everybody to meet, talk about their shows, and enjoy the Fringe to its fullest.
I'm waiting for the cast of the show I just saw to come down here and get a
drink.
It's perfect. It's really nice to have a place to enjoy myself, relax, have a beer in between shows.
It's a place for artists to be inspired by other artists.
This particular venue from last year and this year are quite classy.
The best thing about Bryan's Bar is that it's like one of the only places in the city you can bring a big group of people and actually hear each other talk and also enjoy good music and atmosphere.
It's a good casual vibe.
It's always fun. At Bryan's Bar, there's always something interesting happening. During prom, our bartenders were dressed as soda jerks.
It's evolved a lot in a really great way.
I think it's really cool because I've seen the bar grow over the years. It's got everything that you want.
I can literally guarantee I will be back tomorrow.
And I hope to see you at Bryan's Bar.
Thanks, Abby. I feel a lot better. Next up, we've got volunteer director Elizabeth Steele in the hot spot. Here we are at Street with Liz Steele.
Hi. I'm excited to be here too, especially because they have vegan options here. I really like that.
What'd you order?
Those are chicken and waffle croquettes.
I have artichoke with an amazing olive tapenade.
This is curry fries.
Most of the time I spend my days at the box office. That's good.
Were you bullied in high school?
No, I was bullied.
Really? How do nerds fight?
Online.
Okay.
Yeah, normal day at the box office. I get out all 47 computers. I turn them on. We have a lot of computers.
That's a lot of
We're a
computers.
very online festival.
That's like a computer
power
lab.
of middle school.
Didn't notice.
Is everybody playing Oregon Trail?
Oh God, it'd be so much
Such
cooler
a good
if they
idea.
were. Yeah.
They always have goodies at the box office. Brownies, they have cupcakes.
We have a fridge
filled with foods.
So, Liz,
I have to go through that refrigerator, and if it has been there for more than a week,
if the refrigerator's been there longer than a
Yeah,
week?
they've replaced a lot of refrigerators.
we go through a lot of fridges. They
Yeah,
get
especially
really
this
smelly.
festival.
Yeah, my first year with the Hollywood Fringe in 2010, I was a volunteer.
How was that experience for you?
It was fantastic.
It's
I
so
just
good you
thought-
wanted to come back and do more.
She was like, it was so horrible that I decided to become the
that I
volunteer
wanted
director.
to be in charge of this thing. Donuts! Like there's 4. One for Mickey!
If she did a good job with the boom work, we'll play it
We'll
back.
have to see if the boom's in the shot or not.
What's your favorite thing about the Fringe?
Eating the Fringe quesadilla at Munchie Machine. And I like doing it as a community.
Or my kitchen.
I almost got chopstick in the eye.
I know how to use these.
Replay that, Beaver. I think I almost got chopstick in the eye.
She's
Liz
not
Steele,
afraid.
she's a dangerous one to eat with, but she's delightful in conversation, so it's worth it. Pickle it. Look both ways before crossing the street.
That's what Liz would do.
I don't jaywalk.
Oh, that Steele. She's important to me, to everyone. Oh, sorry. She is. We asked the participants why art is important to them.
Art is important because it starts a conversation.
It's a great escape.
Art expresses who we are.
Art definitely splashes a little bit of, life into your life.
It's the easiest way to piss off the Republicans.
Expression that allows you to look forward and backwards.
The way that it kind of connects people and helps them feel empathy toward one another.
Reminds us of things we should never forget.
Without it, we're dead.
Art brings people together.
I can't describe it in words because words pale in comparison.
Speaks to the human soul.
Because the world without it is dull as
Forces us to feel and think the things that we're not able to on our own.
It needs to make people think, hold up a mirror to society.
Art is for everyone, and if it is not, then it should be.
Art is there to remind people what they've chosen to forget.
Art inspires people.
Reminds you of who you truly are.
What makes life special.
Helps us to see ourselves.
The absolute best form of education.
Without art, math has no dancing partner.
Why is art important?
It's not. Do science instead, kids.
That's where the money is.
Yeah.
It's an expression of self, and sometimes you make money.
It creates an opportunity for us to feel less alone.
Makes you feel more alive, and getting a laugh, it's the best feeling in the world.
It forces people to ask themselves scary questions.
It's like going down a rabbit hole and finding a world that you never knew existed.
To communicate the larger ideas of life.
It has a healing potential.
It's the only way of expression.
It's just damn fun, and people love to laugh.
Art is important because it teaches empathy.
Who's art?
Oh, Art was that bastard that died in '82.
I hated him.
Yeah, it's much better without Art. He was a jerk.
Now, as we all know, Fringe productions have to compete with a lot of other shows to pull in audiences. So in this next segment, we're highlighting those that went above and beyond. It's the Champions of Marketing. The Champions of Marketing. We always encourage fringers to put out flyers to advertise their work. But with 200 productions at the festival this year, it's easy to get lost in the crowd. Some shows prove themselves to be marketing masters by partnering with other groups. Dressing in costume, handing out ping pong balls, necklaces, beer koozies, slap bracelets, lollipops, and more. One group took to the streets and engaged the community by reading the entirety of Moby Dick. Plus, they gave out cookies. Those participants truly are Champions of Marketing! Sorry, it's just so fun to say. And next up, it's Word with the Festival Director.
Word!
Word, Ben. Word. For today's last segment, we asked some fringers to tell us about their most monumental fringe moments.
The 25-yard marathon, we finally did that. We had talked about doing it.
People who were in different shows, some of the fringe freaks were in it.
And that was a blast.
Opening the show, I think opening night is probably the most fun.
Participating in the fringe community. It was fun!
Opening night, just having all that energy and excitement.
Seeing all these people that were my age or around my age, interested in the things that I'm doing the things that I am doing.
At Fringe Family, there was a little boy who was so excited to be there. When he had to leave because his little brother was sleepy, I looked out the window and I saw him on the sidewalk going, no! And I'm sorry that he was so upset, but I'm so happy that he was excited to be at Fringe Central Station for Fringe Family.
Last night's Fringe prom. It was
brilliant. Just being here has been its own special moment.
Last night was my birthday. It felt so cool to have all my friends in one room.
I love when people come in to Fringe Central after their show and they're so excited and happy and they have their friends all around them.
Anytime the freaks show up, that's like my favorite part of Fringe.
Your life's complete.
My life is
complete through Fringe prom.
The 2013 Hollywood Fringe Festival is coming to a close, but don't worry. There are many more special moments to be had. Make sure you tune in next week for our last episode of Fringe TV. I'm James Warfield. For up-to-date information on all that is Fringe, go to hollywoodfringe.org. Follow our HFF13 hashtag on Twitter, like our page on Facebook, and download the app for your iPhone and Android.